drives someone to turn their darkest fantasies into reality and then broadcast those horrors to the world. Luka Magnotta, a name that became synonymous with wickedness, thrust himself into global shame with a series of events so chilling it left even the most experienced crime experts struggling for words. Known for his calculated manipulation of the internet and his horrifying descent into violence, Magnotta's story is a chilling exploration of narcissism, exploitation, and the power and danger of digital platforms. In this video, we'll uncover how Magnotta's sinister journey unfolded, the gruesome details of his crime, and the forensic brilliance that ultimately brought him to justice. Stick around as we delve into the horrifying case that unveiled the internet's darkest corners. Luka Magnotta was born Eric Clinton Kirk Newman in 1982 in Scarborough, Ontario, Canada. His early years were defined by a turbulent family life with financial struggles, a reportedly abusive father who suffered from schizophrenia, and a mother described as overbearing and eccentric. Magnotta's childhood was filled with isolation, and he was often teased by peers, leaving him with a deep sense of inadequacy. As a teenager, he exhibited troubling behaviors, including a fascination with his appearance and an obsession with fame. His desire to reinvent himself led him to legally change his name to Luka Magnotta, a persona he carefully curated to appear glamorous and successful. He attempted to break into modeling, adult entertainment, and reality television, but his aspirations fell flat. Despite his efforts, Magnotta struggled financially and emotionally, often resorting to escort work and living a transient lifestyle. In the early 2000s, Magnotta began crafting an elaborate online presence, fabricating stories about his life to gain attention. He created multiple fake profiles on social media, some of which praised him as a rising star, while others spread rumors linking him to bizarre conspiracy theories. His craving for recognition evolved into a dangerous form of narcissism, where he sought validation through increasingly disturbing acts. By 2010, this behavior escalated into animal cruelty, a shocking prelude to his eventual crimes. Magnotta gained the attention of online communities when videos emerged showing kittens being tortured and killed. These videos sparked outrage and led to the creation of amateur detective groups dedicated to identifying and exposing him. Despite the sleuth's efforts, Magnotta eluded capture, taunting his pursuers with cryptic messages and remaining steps ahead of those attempting to stop him. Magnotta's descent into violence culminated in May 2012 with the murder of Lin Jun, a 33-year-old international student from China. Lin, described as a kind and hardworking individual, had responded to a Craigslist ad placed by Magnotta. On May 24, 2012, Lin entered Magnotta's Montreal apartment, unaware of the nightmare that awaited him. Magnotta filmed the horrific crime and titled the video "One Lunatic, One Ice Pick," which he uploaded to a gore website. The footage depicted Magnotta brutally murdering Lin with an ice pick, dismembering his body, and performing grotesque acts with the remains. The video's release was a calculated move to gain notoriety, and it quickly spread across the internet, horrifying viewers and sparking a global outcry. The gruesome details of Lin's murder did not end there. Magnotta mailed Lin's severed body parts to various locations across Canada, including the offices of political parties and elementary schools. This act was a deliberate attempt to further shock the public and ensure maximum attention for his crime. Meanwhile, Lin's torso was discovered in a suitcase discarded in an alley near Magnotta's apartment, prompting an intense investigation. Inside the apartment, police found a crime scene drenched in blood, with evidence linking Magnotta to the murder. Among the items discovered were a bloody refrigerator, Lin's personal belongings, and the tools Magnotta had used to dismember him. The international manhunt for Magnotta showcased the power of modern forensics and digital tracking. After fleeing Canada, Magnotta traveled to Paris, where he attempted to blend in as a tourist. Investigators used his digital footprint, including credit card transactions, IP addresses, and surveillance footage, to trace his movements. He eventually made his way to Berlin, Germany, where he continued to frequent internet cafes, obsessively reading news articles about himself. On June 4th, 2012, Magnotta was recognized by an employee at one such cafe who alerted authorities. German police apprehended him without incident, ending a 2-week manhunt that spanned multiple countries. Magnotta's trial in 2014 was one of the most publicized in Canadian history, drawing widespread attention for its graphic details and psychological implications. The prosecution presented overwhelming evidence, including the infamous video, forensic findings, and testimonies from those who knew Magnotta. They argued that his actions were premeditated and motivated by a desire for fame, pointing to his meticulous planning and attempts to maximize publicity. The defense, however, claimed that Magnotta suffered from severe mental illness, including schizophrenia, and that he was not criminally responsible due to his diminished capacity. Despite these arguments, the jury found Magnotta guilty of first-degree murder, sentencing him to life in prison without the possibility of parole for 25 years. He was also convicted of multiple other charges, including indignity to a body and distribution of obscene materials. The case of Luka Magnotta sparked debates about the role of the internet in enabling and amplifying violent behavior. His crimes exposed the dangers of digital anonymity and the ease with which individuals can use online platforms to seek attention or carry out heinous acts. Magnotta's story also highlighted the resilience of online communities and law enforcement working together to bring a predator to justice. While his actions were horrifying, they also served as a wake-up call for society to address the dark corners of the internet and the psychological factors that drive individuals like Magnotta to commit such atrocities. How does someone's quest for fame turn into a descent into depravity? And what lessons can we learn about monitoring and regulating online behavior to prevent future tragedies? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more chilling true crime stories.